Hello. Welcome to another edition of Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. As you know, we've heard so much stories of so many leaks coming out from Manchester United by Eric Ten Hag, from Ralf Rangnick. But the situation is simple, people. If you're joining us for the first time, don't forget to smash a like. Don't forget to subscribe to help us get to our next level, which will be 4K. Now, this is what I simply believe. It's a simple formula. The club has failed in the last 13 years since Alex Ferguson has retired. Last 10 years. Actually, was he now? He left in 2013. So it'll be 10 years in the season when the season starts next August. This August, actually. It'll be 10 years Alex Ferguson left. But you've got to ask yourself this question. We've had David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, and we've also had Jose Mourinho, we've had Ole, we've had Carrick, we've had Ralf Rangnick. Then now we're having Ten Hag, which is going to be 6 managers United have had in a space of 10 years. Who won trophies? David Moyes won a Community Shield. Louis van Gaal won an FA Cup. Jose Mourinho won the Europa League and the League Cup, and that was it, and a Community Shield. Ole won nothing. Spent money, won nothing. Carrick, 4 games, draws. They didn't lose. United are on the brink of earning the worst and lowest points total ever in Premiership League history. Under 65 points. That's a lot, and that is seriously a serious problem for Man United as a club and as a global brand. But is this all Rangnick's fault? I don't think it's all Rangnick's fault. I will simply say this. The minute the club announced Eric Rangnick, this is going to be he's going to be an interim manager, I think all bets were off. I think the wheels literally started to come off at that point, because you've got to look at it this way. When you tell players in their mind, this guy's only going to be here for 6 months, we're going to get someone else. So they're looking at it like, why do we have to impress you when you're not going to be the internal? You're just like a stopgap. So it's like a pipe leaking and you're just going to put a little plaster over it. But meanwhile, they are planning to put a whole new pipe very soon. So you're thinking it's just a temporary fix. So the players are not expecting to, I don't have to work hard. Literally, I don't even need to listen to this guy, because end of the day, he's not going to be the main man. So even if I play well under him or listen to what he says, who says the next manager is going to like me? So I'm going to save myself for the next manager. But what these players don't understand is he will recommend, he will make suggestions, he will say to Eric Ten Hag, this player. Like we all know, they said he has a dossier, which is going to emphasize and categorically put players in the right positions and say, listen, right back position, Wan-Bissaka, not good. Left back, sure, probably not good. Telles, can cross the ball, can't defend. Delo, in and out, a bit consistent. Maguire, not consistent as a right centre back. Can't lead a team out of a one-way road. So it's player by player. He will have to. I don't think he's gonna. Ten Hag doesn't have to wait individually to see how bad some of these players are. I think he will get an idea from his own scouting team or from his own view when he meets up with them for the preseason. Before the preseason, actually. But at the moment, a lot of United fans are a bit worried that we have no transfer targets. Last season it was Sancho, Varane, and blah, blah, blah. Then the big one's Ronaldo. But people still say, I still get to say, hey, Tim, Rangnick has done worse than Ole. He might, Rangnick is a club builder. Okay, he might not be the most successful coach out there, but fans and some Ole diehard disciples have decided to just cut this guy loose, that he's rubbish. He is not rubbish. He's literally trying to build the club and let them know this is the way forward for this kind of direction that you're trying to achieve. But people don't see that. Oh, we came second. Oh, we came third. But that papered over the cracks. If you look at it now, the same players, we added 3 more players? Sancho, Varane, and Ronaldo. Shouldn't it have been better for last season? But it got worse. All right, even before Ronaldo came. Let's go back a bit. Before Ronaldo came, how many wins did we have? 1 win out of 3. We drew 2. So it wasn't like people say, it's Ronaldo's fault. He's holding back. He's not. You see, this is another thing that any United fan who could look themselves in the mirror and say, Ronaldo is the cause of United's problem, has a serious problem. And I'm saying this to you live on air that it's a you have a problem saying Ronaldo is the problem. How can he be the problem? When the problems were always there, they're always there. They were always just covered up in a little bubble, tied in a little knot, and in a little corner. That's the difference. Ole comes to the press conference, same script, different day, different press conference, different team. Yes, we go again. We go to try and be positive and da 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 and da da da. We've heard it all before. He never told you what the problem was. He never told you how bad the team was. But he wasn't a good coach anyway. Great legend as a player. But other than that, he was not the great. He wasn't the best manager United's had. I would still put Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal ahead of him. Even David Moyes was a better coach than Ole. It's just that we don't want to accept the fact that Ole was really a bad manager. And I'm saying this live on air on this channel, Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direction, the channel for United fans, that Ole was a very bad choice. The minute he went from interim, remember, he was made an interim. Then he became the manager. When he became manager that season, we were getting beat left to right after that run of 13 games ended. See what I mean? So it comes down to, it was poor management, poor coaching, poor tactics. And end of the day, right, we were we were still playing individual football, whereby the individual players were still playing individual games and winning games individually, but not collectively, because the player, we were like a counter-attacking team. Even at home, we counter-attacked. Could you imagine sitting back against Watford, sitting back against Norwich, sitting back against Sheffield United and trying to hit them on the break when you are at home? How the hell does that make sense? Which means we were always playing defensively and trying to hit teams on the break. How much? But that is a very predictable tactics, and you could easily be caught out so many times. Which other low, and when we couldn't beat low block teams, it was lights out and goodbye and good night, because we couldn't find a way past these low block teams, because they figured out, like, once we shut the guys running down the wings down, they haven't got midfield anyway. Once we bust that midfield, it was goodbye and good night, and we could see that. We as fans are now more in tune microscopically than it used to be back in the day. So every little thing, every stat, every nook and cranny, fans are like, Fans are like, That's what it is now. But you got to also understand, and look at this. If you're watching us live, don't forget to smash a like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to smash a like on the video. So, as we are saying again, we brought in Ralf Rangnick as an interim. At that point, when Ole's boats collapsed and capsized and got decimated and decapitated, think about it. After the 5-0 thrashing at Liverpool, 2-0, by Liverpool at Old Trafford, by City 2-0, then at Watford, I think it was goodbye and good night. I think it was lights out after that, mate. Because at that point, it was the same players. It was the same players. And I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just telling you the truth. And I'm telling you as it is. Think about it. Most of the goals we conceded were down the left, which is Maguire and Luke Shaw's side. That was under Ole. Under Rangnick plays high-pressing football. He did say, and Tuchel and Klopp said he was one of the most inspirational managers back then in Germany. And you could see the success of those two coaches with the individual teams, respectively, Chelsea and Liverpool. Look at the style of football they play. High press, players who are physically fit. When Rangnick came and introduced extra training in the evening, no, we can't do that. Oh, no, we got to go to the pint and have a pint of beer. We can't be playing. Oh, no, I've got time to play on my PlayStation, my Xbox. Oh, no, I'm not playing. Oh, no, this ain't going to happen there, mate. Oh, this shit ain't happening there. No, fuck that. And the captain comes out like, I guess I got to start training in the evening. Mate, you are paid over £200,000 a week. Ole gave you guys so much comfort whereby you sat on your asses after training. You went home, you did what you did, you went on social media and did your clothing lines and what you did, your signs and all the malarkey and bollocks that goes with it. And you became superstars off the field, not on the field. And that's what I'm saying the problem is with United players. Overprivileged, overpampered, overhyped, overpaid, and have nothing to show in the last 5 years. So ask yourself, Rangnick is not the problem. I'm going to say one thing here. The Glazers have put money in this club. Regardless of we're not bought the right players, but they have put money in the club. Let's call it as it is. Even though a lot of, no, the Glazers can't, no. Yes, they have put money, but it's that scouting team and the negotiating team that seem to have an absolute problem, who don't seem to know the left from the right and put the club in absolute disarray. Matt Judge, he's out there. Global Chief Scout, Mr. Lola, he's out there. The other Chief Scout, Mr. Bull, Mr. Boot, he's gone too. Woodward is out. But so they gradually start removing some of these people who failed in negotiations, who failed in purchasing, who failed in getting the right deals, who were penny pinching and trying to save money. But the Glazers still put money on the table for the club. It's not the Glazers' position to pick the players. The Glazers provide the finances to buy the players. Who are we buying? Wan-Bissaka? 50 million? Harry Maguire? 80 million? Bloody hell. Now, that was a signing that really rocked the boat. 80 million for Harry Maguire? Now, that's a daylight robbery right there. But yet, we over-pamper these players, put them in cotton, protect them. Yeah, we go again. Yeah, it was a bad day at the office today. We go again. Yeah, we go again. No, you ain't fucking going. No go again. We fans are done with the go again. So this guy, Ralf Rangnick, has come out to say, you know what? This is a shit show. He's pulled the curtain off. It's like, you know when you go to watch a live play on a stage, right? Like a Broadway play, right? Then they say the show is about to start. Then the cast come out and they pull the curtains and ta-da! That's what's happened now. And like, the players are like, I'm exposed. Oh, there's no covers over me. I need to close the curtains back. No. Rangnick is saying, you, excuse me, are not good enough. You can't play high press. You don't train enough of a high energy level. That's why we can't play. The only time we played high energy attacking high press was against Crystal Palace. Other than that, it all went back to Ole. Sit back. Has his tactics been great? Not really. Has he played the right players? Sometimes, no. But you got to understand, the players he's playing, some of them are just not good enough. But no one has ever told these players that these players, we could see some of them were absolute bollocks and poor. I mean, it's just bad all over. So it's like, we're going to have to get 10 players out, 5 in. Can United do that? Let's see who's going to go. Matic, he says, Matic, Mata, Lee Grant, Cavani. I will put Wan-Bissaka in there. I'll put Rashford in there, but they're not going to put Rashford in there. Oh, he's homegrown. No, we can't. Lingard's got to go. Who else has got to go? Eric Bayer's got to go because they don't play him, wasting his time, giving people long-term contracts when you ain't even playing them. Phil Jones got to go. That's 8, 9 I've named on one hand. Then you got to get in. We definitely need a CDM. We've been saying a CDM for the last 4 or 5 seasons. And yet, I repeat, live on air, we have still not filled the CDM. Instead, we play McFred. 2 players who are barely good enough to hold. The only natural cultured CDM we have is Matic, who's over the last 4 games, he's tried his best and done well, creating goals from Ronaldo, which the other ones, people like McTominay can't even do that. McTominay is not a CDM. He's not a CDM. And we all saw it against Arsenal. We saw it against Brighton. We were literally humiliated and hammered and tortured and decimated, decapitated by a team that barely scored goals at home. They scored 12 goals before United game on Saturday, and they scored 4 against us, which means they scored total 16 goals all season at home. 1/3 came against United. Imagine that. Brighton, mate. So you get hammered by Brighton, hammered by Watford, hammered by Liverpool, home and away, that's 9-0. Hammered by City, home and away, those are 2 elite teams. Get beat by Arsenal, who are barely playing well that week, whatever that is. You get beat by Leicester. You're like, what the hell? You get knocked out by the Carabao Cup at home to West Ham, knocked out the FA Cup at home to Middlesbrough, get knocked out the Champions League at home to Atletico. What does that say? What does that say? Well, it says the team are not good enough at home, are not good enough away. But, it's all Ronaldo's fault. Oh, no, it's Randy's fault. How about the players look at themselves in the mirror like Michael Jackson said, look at the man in the mirror? Most of these players, honestly, in my opinion, and truthful, honest, hard-earning, old school, new school United fans will say, you know what? Honestly, this player's a bunch of shit. And it is what it is. Let's stop using emotions. Let's stop using emotions to start saying some players are not good enough. They are just not good enough. Look at Rashford's form this season. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, shocking. Lingard. It's a no-go, mate. Absolutely dreadful. Then you look at Maguire. Look at the mistakes. After mistake, after mistake. Bruno loses the possession of the ball too much. And that's why United, this is the problem. If you don't have a team that knows how to keep the ball, you can't afford to keep losing the ball so frequently because we don't play possession football. We don't play counter-attacking football. What the fuck do we play? You know what we play? Individual football. Individual FC. That's what we are. It's like 11 strangers just trying to make it work. That's what it is. Sorry about that. So this is where we are today with Manchester United. Just constantly. The fans have gone through a lot. I mean, absolutely a lot. Look how many more defeats. The next game against Crystal Palace. Most fans have written that game off as in another 3-0 defeat is coming on the way. Most of these guys are mentally checked out. They're weak. They're weak-minded. They're butlers, but they know how to pose themselves as these high-prized, world-class beaters. No, they're not. But you know what's funny? What's even funny and what's even more depressing here is Man United have about 6 players in the Premier League that are in the highest earners. When I say highest earners, I'm not talking about players. I'm talking about these United players that earn so much money in wages against players who earn less and have won more. See what I mean? Which means, let me break this mathematically, which means United have players who are on this level in wages, no trophies. We have players who are on this level on wages, but have won trophies, individually and collectively. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. We give people long-term contracts. We pay them too high. So United has become a retirement home. A retirement home. Come to United, they'll give you a big wage. Even if you don't play well, you're still going to be guaranteed a first-team place. Every time you fail, you're always going to say, we go again. We go again. We go again. Till the wheels actually bloody collapse and fall off. And that's what happened. The wheels came off the wagon. And everything was like, and these guys come interim, exposed everything, told them they can't play high, told them they need energy, told them they need to be practicing more, and United need to have more physical players. We're easily brushed off the ball. We're always bullied. We're bullied at home, bullied away. Think about it. Against Spurs, a Ronaldo hat-trick. Take away the hat-trick. We're losing that game. Against Norwich, take away Ronaldo hat-trick. We're losing that game. Norwich nearly outplayed us in that game, mate. Oh, it's literally Norwich, the team at the bottom. So you ask yourself, like, why are we always struggling against the low block? We can't beat the big teams. We can't beat the low teams. Who the fuck can we beat? Because I don't even know anymore. Because it's actually very worrying that we can't beat anyone. We can't beat the City. We can't beat Chelsea. We can't beat Liverpool. We can't beat Arsenal. You can't beat Norwich. You can't beat Burnley. You can't beat Newcastle. You can't beat Everton. Who the fuck can you beat? It is. We lost to Wolves. Don't forget, we lost at home to Wolves 1-0. So that's a mid-table team. Everton fighting relegation. We lost to them. Couldn't beat Burnley. Think about it. Lost to Watford. Couldn't beat them at Old Trafford. So you ask yourself, what and who can we beat? Because obviously, we can't beat anybody. That's why I point out that we have conceded 58 goals, mate. 58 goals this season. And we still got 3 more coming on next 2 weeks when the season ends. Is that all Ronaldo's fault? Is that all Rangnick's fault? What shipping goes like it's gone out of fashion, mate? That's what I can't bloody understand. The defense is just like, the defense is so bad, it's just as bad as a chocolate basket. It just leaks. Delo, not good enough. Wan-Bissaka, even worse. Teles, not good enough. Defending, can cross. Luke Shaw is just as bad. You go to the middle, McGloof, you have Maguire in the middle, and you have Lindelof. Lindelof on a good day will work. Against Brighton, he was shit. It is what it is. Maguire, oh no. That guy is not leading a team out of a one-way road. Yeah, he's the captain. That's where problems begin to start. You have to be, as the captain, lead your defense. Organize your defense. Look at people being the central defenders. Steve Bruce, he put his head everywhere. Steve Bruce gave you 10 to 15 goals a season. Guaranteed. Pallister, Jab Stam, Rio, Vidic. But Maguire's taller than most of these guys, and he barely gives you 2 goals a season. But he helps us and concedes goals. You see, that is where a lot of problems start. The foundation at the back is weak. We have relied on 2 players this season. 2. Ronaldo at the top and De Gea at the back. Those are the only 2 players who have done enough to justify this season. And yet, they say it's Ronaldo's fault. Take all his goals, 24 goals, take all 24 away. Where the hell will United be? You do the maths. You do the maths. Yet he's the problem. He's the problem that Maguire's conceding goals. He's the problem that Lindelof can't defend. He's the problem that Telles cannot defend. He's the problem that Shaw can't cross. He's the problem that Wan-Bissaka can't deliver a straight ball. So Ten Hag has a lot of things to do. So what Ralf is doing now, he's telling the world. I saw a comment that Rio Ferdinand, ex-United legend, said. He said, "Oh, United all this should be kept in-house." Oh yeah, you could keep stuff in-house when you're doing well. But if you're fucking up and embarrassing yourself from left to right, being beaten from pillar to post, oh shit, we all have to know what is really going on. Because Ole never told us what's going on. He was like, oh yeah. He would say a player's injured. The player's wife would say, no, he's not injured. That's an absolute joke. Certain players are not being played when they're fit. The same thing Ole did. Players who are injured, he still played them till they're literally done for the season. Kept playing the same team till they were burnt out. Doesn't change, doesn't rotate. Even if you're off form, you're still guaranteed to play. So these off-form players have come to realize in this new generation, in this new regiment, this new regime, this new government under Rangnick, it's like, no, you're off form. You ain't playing. No, you're not playing. No, you're not playing. And they're like, what? I always start a game. I'm always there. I'm a regular. No, you're not a regular under Rangnick. But no, the players start leaking information to the press. Even Lingard went as far as telling Paul Scholes that the dressing room is a mess. Mate, what have you contributed to this season? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yet, you are the first to run out and complain. I didn't get a send-off. I've been here 20 years. I was disrespected. I was not given that walk around. Mate, you done fuck all season, mate. Fuck all season. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like I did say in a podcast, go check it two podcasts back. Man, Alex Ferguson got rid of the team that won the double in 1994 double season. He got rid of Kanchelskis, great winger. He got rid of Paul Ince, great midfielder. He got rid of Mark Hughes, great striker. He got rid of them in the summer. They didn't even get to play in the Priest, nothing. These were great players. Then Jaap Stam, a member of the treble, a pinnacle of the United defense in the treble season. Because he had some information about a book, and as Ferguson till this day says it was the biggest regret, not getting enough information before he let Jaap Stam go. And that cost United a little problem. Then because we went to go end up signing Laurent Blanc, and that was an absolute nightmare. You could go back into the history books. Then we got rid of Van Nistelrooy. These are all Alex Ferguson getting rid of players. Then there was the great one and only Roy Keane. He didn't get sent off. He got kicked out of the club. And you, Lingard, who's not even up, who can't hold a torchlight, a flashlight, a candle to any of, even lace to your boots, you're complaining you didn't get a walkabout. Oh, give me a fucking break. Now, this is an absolute stupid show of stupidity by the player. I'm not... I think I'll disrespect them in what way? What have you done this season? Every time you come on, you've done nothing, mate. Apart from one goal scored in week 5. One night, week 37, mate. That every time you come on, you're walking around like you're going for walking a dog in a park. All I will say is this. This club needs a total reset. I would say burn it down. I don't mean literally in the phrase burn it down, as in start off from scratch, even if it takes 4 years. Because it's like, I'd rather be at the bottom and start climbing up than be halfway and I'm still going to keep going further down. You see what I mean? Pogba, he needs to go. We're done with this merry-go-round, hopscotch, ring and roses. We are done. Just moving on. And because they give these players so much money, they can't even sell them. So you know what I mean? So we're kind of stuck with Deadwood FC. We got players who are on so much hard wages. No one wants to buy them because the players they're not taking a pay cut. That's another selfish thing. If you really want to leave the club, you're ready to play football, you take a pay cut. But nah, because they feel they're better than what they actually are. Because Ole's made them feel like these guys are invincible. Invincible? You guys never won a trophy in 3 seasons under Ole. Don't even get me bloody started. So I am an advocate, a Man United fan of 40 years saying this. I am happy Rangnick is telling us the truth. Ole covered the truth. He hid the truth. Do you know the truth? We fans are beginning to know the truth that these players literally can't be bothered. They don't want to do what they're told. They're not listening to the coach because they believe, oh, who are you? Where you go? Dynamo Kiev? Fuck that. Who the hell are they? So now it's all coming out. I always say, whatever you hide, everything's going to come out in the wash. You know when you wash clothes in the washing machine and the dryer? The colors that were mixed up, you now start to see, oh, this washed onto that color. Everything's all blended. Everything's going to come out. You can see when it comes out of the dryer, like, or the washing machine, like, oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, see. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, that's where we are. And we should embrace what Rangnick is saying. He's a club builder. A lot of people don't like what he's saying. Rio said all that should be kept in-house. Should not be said. No. He should give us names. Names. Name these culprits. Name these players who don't want to train. Name them. Name and shame them. Because they've been covered up for too much. They don't deserve all this protected by a bubble and a mask and a curtain. Like, no. you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Get the hell out. Because that show on Saturday was an absolute nightmare. Why? You could see, I mean, if you look at the goals, the third and fourth were absolutely beautiful goals. But not beautiful in the sense, it was beautiful in the sense of a neutral guy watching football. But as a United fan, looking at those goals, could see they're like, my. Wow. That is absolutely, the defense was absolutely, Lindelof, what's his name? McTominay? Really? My goodness me. The defender was atrocious. That was an absolute travesty. I'm sorry. Those guys don't deserve to be going home on a luxury bus. They need to be walking back home because that was an absolute shit show. Look at Ronaldo smiling. People, he's smiling because it's so painful. It's laughable. It's not laughable. It's a defense mechanism like, I can't cry. It's that bad. And yet they say he's the problem. What the games he didn't play? What the games he didn't play? What did we do? Anyone? Crickets? Anyone? Exactly. And I don't want anyone to tell me, oh, Mason Greenwood. No, I don't hear anything about Mason Greenwood. No. That is one selfish little sod who, even under Ole, he wasn't told when someone else is in a better position, release the fucking ball. But this guy, we're done here. Our work here is done. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Rangnick, keep doing what you do. Yes, the results will not go away. If these players listen to you, things would have gone better. But because they can't be asked, they're down tools, they just can't be bothered. They're not good enough. First of all, they're not good enough. They're down tools. They're not listening. Like Rangnick said a lot in his press conferences, these players do not like to listen to what are being told. Ronaldo said this, that the younger players don't listen. They think they're too good enough. They think they're too good to listen to people. He said when he came to people actually forget this. And I'm going to remind you guys again, if you're watching me live, listen to this. When Ronaldo joined United in the 2003-2004 season, Beckham left. That's another player. Alex Ferguson shipped him out. He didn't get a send-off. He got shipped out. Alex Ferguson couldn't deal with him anymore. Like, you got to go. So, the fans barely had enough time to miss Beckham. Ronaldo stepped in there. Young 17-year-old guy, acne on his face, young, had a curl, he had, but he had the potential. He wasn't the complete footballer he is now, but he had the potential. Brave, ability to run at players, something we hadn't seen in a long time, And he was magical. But because he was so talented, at that age, there were still things to be molded, make him a better player. He was a winger, an absolute winger. He could play on the left, he could play on the right, because he had two good feet. Pardon me. But look at it this way. He said, when I was told by senior players, Roy Keane, Rio Ferdinand, Gary Neville, Paul Scholes, mate, all that over dribbling, you can cut this shit out. When you're in a position, cross the ball, stop over dilly-dally, they start breaking his... He got tough. You got to understand, he used to fall down a lot. Oh, Alex Ferguson, they said, man, you need to stand up and be bold and be strong. And that made him a better player to the footballer he is today. He was there for 6 years. And in that 6 years, he played in a great Alex Ferguson team. The team was built around ferocity, positivity, the fear factor. They were not scared of anybody. They went there knowing they're going to win the game. That's the philosophy instilled mentally. They never bottled out. They fought to the very last. Check this out. In the 6 years he was there, he won 3 league titles back to back, 07, 08, 09. 1 Champions League, 2 League Cups. No, 3 League Cups, 1 FA Cup, 3 Community Shields, 1 World Club Championship, Footballer of the Year, 3 times, Ballon d'Or, 1. All the trophies in UK, he's won all of them. He's won everything in UK. Every domestic medal is won. For Manchester United. He leaves and goes to Real Madrid and spends 9 seasons there. Wins 4 Champions Leagues, 3 La Ligas, and he done it all. And 3 Ballon d'Ors, or 4 Ballon d'Ors, whichever. 3 World Club Championships. He comes back, he goes to Italy, wins 2 league titles, and whatever, and comes to United, who has already achieved it. There is no player in this current United team, apart from Phil Jones, who's not played in 4 years, I'm just saying that, and De Gea have won a league title at Man United. No one else has won a league title ever. Pogba has won a league title in Italy. Out of the rest, none of them ever, they don't know what it is to be a league title winner. And a legend, greatest of all time, comes to your club, who has won it in your club, and tells you, bro, guys, put your head up. Listen, learn. I could pass my knowledge on to you. Oh, no, he can't be telling us what to do. Who the fuck does he think he is? Oh, I'll tell you who he is. He's the GOAT, greatest of all time. One of United's best ever. What are you? Where are you? You want a league title? No. Exactly. But you want to complain and say, Ronaldo, he's too overbearing. They say he has standards. If you don't have standards, then get the fuck out. See what I mean? Because these guys are so used to playing. You see, when you don't win and you still get rewarded, you play badly, you still get selected. You're off form, you still get selected. Collectively, you're disjointed. You don't win anything, but you get clapped at. You did a great job. We go again. We've been going again for 5 years. We go again. We go again. We go again. And not even a sausage to fucking show for it. But yet, they complain. Oh, his standards are too high. What the hell were you expecting? He's won every trophy there domestically. 100%. Even for his country, he's led his country to win the European Championship. What more can you... How much inspiration do you need? It comes down to what we're saying. They don't fucking listen because they think they're actually better than they actually are. You see what I mean? They actually think they're better than what they actually are. But Rangnick has come to say, pull the curtains off the stage like, you, all a pile of shit. You can't pass, you can't defend, you can't cross, you can't even defend, you can't do this, you can't play high press, you got no energy. And they're like, ooh, why is he telling? Oh, all right, you know what? You tell us what to do, we're gonna down tools. We ain't playing, we're not listening to you. Till the next manager comes. That's where we are. He has simply told them, this is how you play. This is what you need to do. Extra training to get energy level. Look at Liverpool players. Do you know the highest paid Liverpool player is Mo Salah? He's on about 250. We have players in 270s, 300s. And they ain't even won a trophy in 4 years. So Rangnick, yes, the results have not gone the way. You're a team builder. I salute you. Keep saying it. Bring out the names. Let's see who these players are. These weak-minded players who have been embarrassing this band. Let's hear them. What they got to say for themselves. Oh, I forgot. They always say the same thing. What they said last season with Ole. Oh, we go again. Bruno Fernandes came out to say, we don't deserve to wear the badge. Damn right you don't. Because you've been an absolute nightmare. You're just as bad. You're off form. Radford off form. And yet, Radford's off form. And he says, you know what? I'm going to have to look at my options. Options for what exactly? What are you optioning to look for? No one's going to buy you. You're not leaving Man United anyway. So stop trying to negotiate a contract by saying, oh, if I put that out there, you're not going to fight to keep me. This is where the problem is. We fight to keep the wrong players. We overprice, we overpay, and these players think they're actually better than they actually are. And this is why this club is going down the hill. Rangnick might not be the best manager. His tactics might not be the greatest. But the players are not good enough. Only 2 players. Only 2. I'm going to say it right now, right here, live on this channel. Only 2 players have done enough this season to guarantee to be excused for this poor season. Cristiano Ronaldo and David De Gea. The rest have been absolutely shit. I mean shit. I don't even need to go through the whole lineup. I don't need to go through the whole lineup. Because you see this week in, week out. Week in, week out. Same shit players. Like Houston Red Army Joe said, is this a good team that plays badly? Or is this a bad team that plays good in spurts? This is a bad team that plays good occasionally. We are a bad team. We have never been a good team. And you know what was so depressing last season? Ole says, winning trophies, mask. Bro, we haven't won a trophy since Jose Mourinho, mate. The easiest trophy, Carabao Cup, we can't even win that. Yet you say trophy don't matter. For a guy who played under a trophy-laden period, he won, let me see, I'll tell you how many league titles Ole won. Ole joined in 97. He won the league title in 97, 99, 2000, 2001, 2003. He won 5 league titles, 1 FA Cup, 2 League Cups, 1 Champions League. And yet he said trophy don't matter. Now, you see how stupid that sounds? A player who played under the greatest manager of all time, you're saying trophies don't matter for a club the size of Manchester United? To go 5 seasons without a Carabao Cup? Get the fuck out of there. No wonder they sent him packing, because he's a clown. I'm going to say it live right here. This guy was a clown. So, going forward, Eric Ten Hag, a message to me and a message to you. Dear Eric, welcome to Manchester United. They've criticized, you're only coming from a Dutch league. It's only Ajax. Oh, who watches Dutch football? Dutch football is technical. I don't know if the players here have the technical ability to adapt to your football. So there's a problem there already before you even come across to Manchester United. Because these players are not the most technical and not the smartest bulbs in the box. Most of them a bit thick, thicker than 2 planks. Can't figure shit out. Don't know if to pass left or right, because they're not technically inept or adaptable to adapt to new playing style. They're just there to make up the numbers. This season has been, I'm so glad we finished this season like this, because it really magnifies and microscopically enhances all the hidden things in that club is now exposed. Yeah, we fans want to know how bad this club really is, because most of us be thinking, you know what? Man, the manager's bad. No, the players are bad. The players are bad. So we need to get more than 10 of them off the books, off the way. I forgot. Anthony Martial, another one. Over a very technical player, lazy. What he did, what Rashford is doing is no different. But Rashford, no. He gets the benefit that. No. He's been shit. Just as Martial was being shit. Ship them both out. Left to me, I'll get rid of the whole lot. End of story. Yep. But as we're here, don't forget to smash the like by hitting our logo at the bottom right of your screen. I really appreciate it. Help us in getting our journey to 4. We're on all social media platforms. Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, and follow us on TUMBLER. All right? I'm Tim Ross, your host. Eric Ralnick, keep doing what you do. Build clubs and get the clowns out of the clubs that are holding the clubs back. On that note, from me, Tim Ross, your host, is goodbye and good night. See you guys soon. God bless.